Welcome to how to set up folder security in OBI. Let's get started. It's possible to restrict groups of users from being able to access or view specific folders in OBI. The first thing you want to look at is your user type permission sets. So if we just go to Reporting Analytics and expand Oracle Business Intelligence, there are 4 general permissions here. So you can restrict access to folders for anyone that has the permissions of View Reports and Dashboards, Author Content Limited, or Author Content BI Developer. If the user, however, has the user type permission to perform administration tasks, the folder restriction will not be applicable to them because perform administration tasks gives access to OBI from within configuration, which gives you access to folder security. And being that you have access to that, you cannot restrict access to these users. So please just make sure that you verify the user type associated to the users before setting up your folder security. The second thing we're going to want to do is set up user groups. Now, if we go back to Smart Org Administration and go to user groups, it's very important that the coverage area for your user group has the reporting and analytics domain. This will make the user group available to set folder security because the association between folder security and the user is based on the user group. Now, what I suggest is that you have user groups that are attributed just for OBI folder security. And the reason being is that in a lot of cases, from what I've seen, is that you either want to restrict access to some hiring managers, but not all hiring managers, or it could be recruiters. But if they all belong to the same user group, everything would be applicable to them as well. So by having a separate set of user groups just for OBI, then you can create your user group, give it a reporting analytics domain, and just from there you can associate the users to that user group that you want to have access to those specific folders that you want to have a security on. Now, lastly, we're going to go to configuration. And if we scroll down to the bottom here, we have reporting analytics and we have Oracle BI administration. So the users that have the permission to perform administration tasks have access to this section, which is why you cannot set folder security against these users. So we're just going to go to Oracle BI administration. And beside folder security, we're going to click on edit. So this page usually takes a minute to load. So there's a couple of things to remember. So the first thing would be that the folder needs to be created before you can set and manage its security. And secondly, parent folders with security settings automatically pass those security settings to the child folders. We're just going to wait for this page to load. Now here on the left-hand side, we have all of the OBI folders that you would see if you were to log into OBI. So the way we set folder security is we just go ahead and select the folder. And when we select the folder on the right-hand side, after this is done loading, you will see the list of user groups. And once again, the user groups that you will see listed there are those that have the domain of reporting and analytics. So we'll just wait for that to load. So once that loads, and another thing to note here is that what you will see in terms of the user group is not the name, but you will see the code. So you might want to make sure that the code and the name are somewhat similar so that there's no confusion there and that you know which one to pick and that you pick the correct one. So we're just going to go ahead and select a user group. So by doing this, what I'm saying is that the folder here on the left-hand side will only be accessible to those that have the user group ASA group. And then we just go ahead and click on save. Now, once that is saved, the folder security has been set and only users that have the ASA user group will have access to the date folder. So I hope this video was helpful to you. Have a great day.